afternoon to you, and welcome to another day when we go into the Nigerian market to scurry for opportunities as they arise. Thank you very much for all you've been doing and keeping tabs with all that we are doing as well. Another day has come, the 8th day of July 2025, and we are here again to go through trading activities in the Nigerian and foreign markets so we can look for opportunities and, of course, realign our portfolios where necessary. Let me begin by introducing myself. I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping people and organizations grow their wealth through the capital markets and the stock money markets. I hope that by your being a part of this live session, you will get to know exactly how to go about growing your money. Thank you very much for joining. It looks like there is no audio on TikTok. I'll get it sorted right away. Let's see how it goes. Now, can you hear me on TikTok? Everybody on TikTok, please confirm as we go on today, right? By the way, you know how we do it. Keep going, power tapping your screens, sharing these live sessions, and of course, giving gifts. Thank you very much for the confirmation, Mazire. Rachel, thank you very much. I can hear you right now as you are seeing. Thank you so very much. It's good to have you here. And what do we have today? The Nigerian Oil Share Index hit an all-time high. And that is a signal that a lot of money is still flowing into the Nigerian market, and you don't want to be left out. How are your stocks doing? Hope it is going on fine as expected, as planned, as programmed. Well, I'm checking, doing all the final checks as we keep going this morning. This afternoon. Very good afternoon to you. And top of the day, Maobi, it's good to have you here. In spite of your very serious engagement far away outside the country, Maobi continues to stay connected. Thank you very much, everybody. Really, really appreciate all that you are doing for yourselves and for the entire community. And of course, as long as we stay focused and continue to be consistent and persistent, we will surely make money together, dragging many more others along. I remember someone wanted to gift herself a birthday present and was looking for a stock to buy. I think that must be Abi Solami, right? Well, congratulations. I can't remember what stock you used, but I can tell you it should be doing fine. Please do well to remind us so that someone somewhere can be indeed motivated to begin to create a future for themselves. Just Abi Solami, can you remind us what stock you gifted yourself? And it's a fantastic approach and a culture to gift yourself gifts in the form of stocks. Yesterday, I spoke about, okay, I'm told there is no volume again. I don't know what this is all about, but today we will not be frustrated out of this, okay? If you can hear me on TikTok, please go ahead and indicate loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. I know Instagram is loud and clear, but I need to be sure that TikTok can hear me. TikTok, can you hear me? Well, loud and clear. So why am I getting a message from somebody else that it is not, it's muted or something like that? Loud and clear, loud and clear. Please repeatedly type your loud and clear. Let me be convinced. Now you touched something and it's gone. Okay, I will retouch and it will come back. Is it back now? Loud and clear? Loud and clear. All right, thank you very much. So we proceed to your question and answer. Remember, the first 1 hour, I will keep talking, responding to all your questions. You want to bring them on as fast as possible. Then after 1 hour, the remaining other hour, we use to receive call-ins and, of course, attend to your voice concerns. Loud and clear. All right? Okay, let's keep going. Someone already mentioned something. I think it was gift, but the system has skipped it off. Claribel Ogini says, which stock is good to buy now at a cheap price? I'd like to advise you, do not always go for cheap stocks, go for value, okay? That's how to win in the capital market. Go for value and not necessarily cheap stocks. Well, you can actually buy Qtix as we speak under 4 naira. That's a good stock as long as you have sufficient. Um, I'm getting a haul back. I don't know why. But of course, that's a very good stock as long as you have patience to grow your money in. Please, what can I buy now? Solomon Brothers Qtix. It's so interesting to note that just yesterday before we closed, I noticed a build up on a stock like ICO that has stagnated for so long. And I told you here that momentum is gathering, something is about to change. I don't know how many people went ahead to buy ICO, but this morning I'm seeing an unusual volume of bids on ICO, and the stock price is now ascending. You know, it's always been stuck around 1 naira 60 kobo all along. So if you are here, you are looking for what to buy, that has not really gained momentum in spite of all the market bullish runs that we have experienced, or if you like, mini bulls, because the big boys are not yet in it. All of the penny stocks are flying left, right, and center. ICO has been dormant, but do you know what? From being stuck at 1 naira 60 kobo up till yesterday, when I spotted the clouds gathering over that particular stock, what do we have this morning? ICO, as we speak, is now at 1 naira 73 kobo, as you can see. 173. Just imagine. Let's take a look at the bid and offer status as we speak. Just look at that. 46 million bids for ICO, only 12.9 million offers. It was not so before now. So money is gathering over on ICO, and when you want to know a genuine bid, amongst the top 10 or top 20 bidders, you will find huge volumes amongst them. And I'm seeing 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, 2.1 million, 1.5 million, 290,000, 1 million. So there is serious clamor for ICO at the moment. And I know they just want to trade with it because it's now looking so cheap, having stagnated, while a stock like Mutual Benefit Assurance was under 1 naira. ICO has been stuck at 1 naira 60 kobo, and what we have right now is a situation where ICO is now trying to gather momentum, and we see how far it goes, because Mutual Benefit Assurance that was around 80 kobo per share or something like that rose all the way to 1 naira 45 kobo, and ICO has still been stuck at 160. So this is fantastic food for short-term traders, because what I'm seeing is a situation where ICO eventually flies and goes ahead to maybe something close to 2 naira or even above. The only biggest challenge with ICO, when you look at the fundamentals, is a situation where the shares outstanding are a lot. Okay, Clinton, close the TikTok app and reopen so that we don't get confused, because I keep getting this signal, no sound, and when I ask, they will say loud and clear. Please, everyone, let's try and help ourselves. Best price to bid for Qtix, I think 3 naira 85 kobo or so for Qtix. Let me take a look and advise. Currently it's at 389. Okay, so about 385 is a good bid for Qtix. The bids are lower than the offer for now, and it's obviously profit takers now selling to take their profits, right? Okay. Coach, what is your take on Mansard and Cornerstone? Well, I've always insisted that Mansard is one of the best. In fact, if you want to count the top, if not amongst the top 3, the top 5 best quoted insurance stocks, Mansard Insurance. And they've been very efficient with managing the resources to create wealth for shareholders. Remember, Mansard Insurance, if you like, I give you a clue, was a subsidiary of GT Bank. There was a time when the CBN instructed banks to unbundle and divest from non-core banking businesses. That was when Mansard Insurance was unbundled from the GT Bank group. So you are most likely seeing an insurance company that is being run the GT Bank standard, right? So Mansard, anytime, any day, after custodian insurance and name insurance, I would not but mention no other than Mansard Insurance. So that's about that. Coach, what's your take on Veritas Cap? Well, Veritas Cap has been very inconsistent. There was a sudden surge in the stock price yesterday. If you can see it anywhere around 1 naira and below, it's not a bad entry at all. Okay, best price to beat QTix, I've mentioned that. Which, okay, over to Instagram, let's see what they have. We can hear you, all right? Please, the link to Wealthy Club. Okay, Vivian Ebin, after the live session, I would send you the link. Just send me a DM. And if you have sent a DM already, don't worry. I've not responded to a lot of DMs because I've been very engaged with so many things. And between last night and this morning, there has been more DMs coming in. Never mind, I'll go through them and respond accordingly after today's live session. So before today runs out, all your DMs will be responded to. Is Deep a good buy? I'm suspecting Digital Viewpoint is asking about Deep Capital, right? Deep Cap. I want to let you know that the books are not very wonderful regarding their financial performance. You want to be very careful with Deep Cap. Cornerstone Insurance says you left out Cornerstone Insurance. Donyazi, I have not really laid, paid attention to Cornerstone. I need to know if the price is justified at 4 naira 5 kobo. Before it gets to 4 naira, it's looking like, oh yes, Cornerstone is also one of the, I think it should rank amongst the top 5 also. If not, then it's not anything less than the top 6, Cornerstone Insurance. But I haven't taken a good look at their financials lately, so maybe I should do that. Doniyazi, we receive calls 1 hour after the live session. So you want to stay patient, and when the time comes, you will be called up. Good morning, Coach. What's your take on Charms? Nagiri Asuku. Charms is one stock that has remained very lenient to any late comer. As a matter of fact, you are coming in late for Charms, but interestingly and to your advantage, the stock price has not gone so far for you not to get involved with. I don't know what the problem is with the sound, but I'm going to redo it. Hi. Still by Academy Press. Olugbenga, the Gospeller. If you ask me, the price for Academy Press is still reasonable. It's just that it just keeps going higher and higher. Since after I mentioned Academy Press at 5 naira 10 kobo, we have seen Academy Press continually rise. And now, this is to show you how important that stock is to someone who has placed a bid. The highest bidder is at the highest price it can ever go for today, and that's at 7 naira 45 kobo. Imagine anybody here who bought Academy Press from day one when I mentioned it. Just about, that should be on Monday or on Friday. I think it was on Friday, and here we are 3 days after. Or was it on Thursday last week? 3 or 4 trading days after, it has left 5 naira 10 kobo to where we are, 7 naira 45 kobo. And to know once again that there is strong interest in a stock, you will see most of the highest volume of shares bidded for at the top. For instance, 898,000 Academy Press is being bidded for. The highest bidder, the number one bidder that anyone can sell to right now, he's putting in for 898,000, meaning he must have put in 1 million bids, and they've sold down, and now he's left still bidding for about 898,000 shares. And of course, so far, 2.9 million shares have been traded, valued at 21 million naira. So the interest in Academy is still high up there. All I want is what happens between now and when it is eventually available. But for anybody who has ever tried to, buy Academy Press and did so before we got here. Congratulations to you. I still see some complaints about the sound. My wife bought Academy Press the same day. Woo! Maobi, congratulations to her. And this is what happens when you follow someone who is really, really experienced in this. I'm sure you gave her the nudge to go ahead. Maybe you had exhausted your own trading account. I should think so. And now she should be smiling and, of course, be proud of you. That's a good feedback. Thank you so much, Maobi. Everybody is carried along, and this makes it even more interesting. Is the sound a bit better now? You can't hear? Leon, can you increase the volume on your own end? And let's see. Or you log out and re-log in, because everything that needs to be done has already been done at my end, right? I hope something is not wrong anywhere. WhatsApp is not clear, coach. Masinet, we're not on WhatsApp. Maybe that was a typo. Sound is low. We can't hear you, coach. What's really the problem? The microphone is right here. Or maybe I should unplug and reconnect. Okay? I should unplug and reconnect. Is it now? So, okay, someone is asking over here, Real Nkwa and Chima Oriako say, is Champs good to buy? Yes. If you ask me, Charms is good to buy. Okay? Charms currently is so very lenient, still at 2 naira 48 kobo. And the fact that it has stayed long at 2 naira, it means somehow, some way, there are so many people who have accumulated it at that price. And for traders who accumulate that price, they will eventually find a way to sell if it tries to approach 270 or 3 naira. So expect all of those things to keep happening with Charms, but it's a matter of time. Anybody who bought Charms, most of us are invested in that stock for the long term, and hopefully we will find ourselves there. For now, Aiko is beginning to continue to surprise with the kind of interest that we have not seen in many months since it got stuck at 160. We have 46 million bids. Keep your... Oh my God, this talk about Mike is really distracting us today. What's happening? Some people will say there is sound, I can hear you loud and clear. The next time you will hear there's no sound. Okay, it should be better now, right? Okay. Omen Reed Billionaire. Omen Reed the Billionaire says, okay, Omen Reed the Billionaire says, TikTok has sound problems today. Aha, that's it. It's never from here, but I hope it's better now. Sir, I got Academy at 7 naira 40 kobo. Oh, wow, that was high. But let's hope that it continues to. You know what? Academy Press may not see too much supplies because from what I see, it's not all over the place. It's not oversupplied in the hands of retail investors of today, right? These are olden days stocks, and it means most of the holders of Academic Press are the older generation of investors in the stock market. And for that reason, we can see that it's been progressively doing full bid on 3 straight days right now. As we speak, if it continues, it is only because that stock is not all over the place, and so not too many traders own those stocks. Apart from those who might have bought at 510 and maybe looking to sell. Otherwise, this stock, even if you have just bought at 7 naira 40 kobo, could just continue to rise. We do not know. There could be a sudden supply that could bring the price down. We never know, but usually the stock market behaves this way. When a stock keeps rising for a long time, the next thing that happens is a pullback, and that's because profit takers must always supply some to bank their profits. Thank you very much, Onazi. I see your gift there. When you unplug and reconnect, the volume goes up and down immediately. Well, it's obvious that there has been sound problems on TikTok from somebody's submission there. So I think that's where the problem is coming from. Sir, I got First Bank at 28. Procrastination. You do this one. Really? Okay. And we were here debating about First Bank's and fundamentals and all that the other day. I think it was on Friday when it was 25. That stock has potentials. Let's forget any other thing. The market actually is run or ruled by two key things: financials, which is the fundamentals, and then sentiments. Like I said the other day, there is also sentimental analysis. Market sentiments will continue to favor some stocks better than the others, in spite of the fact that some are performing better than others. Okay? Coach, why has Access Corp been bouncing along 22? Is there anything wrong with them? Actually, nothing particularly wrong. It's just the approach of the past is still affecting them. They've not been consistently paying very good dividends as the market expects, like UBA, which is its own pair, did last year. And that's mainly because of their strategy of acquisitions across continents in the world. They've been acquiring banks within and outside Africa, and even in Nigeria, most lately was that of the acquisition of Diamond Bank. If you like, you could recall also that Access Bank acquired Intercontinental Bank in Nigeria as well. But you know what? This year, during the AGM, the MD has promised that they are going to slow down on their acquisition spree and focus on improved dividend payout. But you know what? A lot of impression has been created over the years, and the market is slow to go in for that stock until they see changes. First thing that Access should do is pay a good interim dividend. And now that the half-year result is being audited or being prepared, hopefully they come out with a good result. The market wants to reward you, but you have to show performance before it does. So that's why, but you know what? If you intend to plan and invest for long term, Access Bank at 22 is not bad, because in the end, it all just matters. What really matters is if the bank goes ahead and matches the MD's statement with action. Once they improve on dividend payout, more people will want that stock, and the stock price will appreciate. Everybody close your TikTok and open it again. Sammy West is advising us so that we don't keep going back and forth on the sound issue. I think TikTok had that issue and not me. In any case, it's better now for everyone, okay? Coach, good combo, nice outfit. Please talk about Omatech. Is it a good buy? Clean, thank you very much. You're always noticing all these little details. For Omatech, maybe something is going on behind the scene, but based on the records we have in terms of their previous performances, it's not where I would want to put money. But you know what? That's the difference between fundamental analysis and technicals. Now, fundamentalists want to invest in companies that they have some level of assurance that they are profitable, generating revenue and retaining income. But that has not been the case with Omatech, but things are changing. Should there be any news of a takeover or any major restructuring, maybe the market is reacting ahead of time before the news is made public. Usually that's what happens. Otherwise, what you are seeing is a smokescreen effect of the general, will I say, small cap bulls that is taking over the markets right now. If you notice the trend currently, in the last few days, coming from last week, the penny stocks are now the ones that are gaining a lot, and while the blue chip or more expensive stocks are just relaxed and, if possible, even losing. But it's a matter of time before we really know, especially now that we are approaching the time for earnings season for the half year 2025. When results starts coming out, then we will know which stock is really doing what. Because at this point, Usually, market, I would call them traders, usually takes advantage of bull sessions like this to drive some stocks up, buy and sell, make money, and run out. So you want to be careful not to put long-term money in a short-term stock. Short-term stock in the sense that the price movement is only because it is actually a little mini bull going on with the small cap stocks. I bought thousands of units as you instructed at First Bank, now smiling. Oh my God, gracias. That's a good one. It's good to know. Well done and congratulations. It's not even time to smile about First Holdco. I have not even seen. It's really not time to smile about First Holdco. The time will come and then you will smile even wider than you are doing right now. That stock, imagine you bought at 25 and then the stock jumps to 35. That's a good run. And it won't be long. It's going to be in less than a year. First Bank should be touching 35. In less than a year. I'm talking about now, between now and February. Between now and February. That's what I anticipate. Okay? All right. Coach, can we expect pullback on First Holdco, and what is the best entry price? Okay, let's take a look at what's happening over there so I can be able to advise. Well, while I'm talking to you, AICO continues to fly. As you can see, AICO is now at 175 Naira, and a whole lot of transactions still going on there. You can imagine the offers are reducing. It was 16 million offers. Right now, AICO has just 13 million offers. They continue to buy off those offers, and it's currently 1.75 kobo. That's a good one there. For your information, I was the one who told you about AICO yesterday. I didn't buy, but guess what? Just before coming on live here, I had to buy, and I bought at 1.69 kobo this morning. So I didn't end up being the one who kept sharing the news this time and missing out. This time, I was lucky to still partake. If I had bought yesterday, I would have bought at 1.60 kobo. But before I could finish the live session with you yesterday and attend to a few things and come back to the market, I had only 20 minutes left. By the time I checked, it was already 2:20 p.m. And so the market had closed. In any case, as I can see now, I made a good decision to quickly hop in on AICO at 1.69 kobo because it's already 1.75 kobo. Will AICO go into full beam? I don't know. I want to give you a clue, everybody. If you are not hearing loudly or clearly, do well to just watch the video that will be uploaded. I'm sure the sound will be better on YouTube. And these days, it's looking like we are now able to upload the videos even by around 4 p.m. So it doesn't take too long up to 6 p.m. anymore. It's now improved to 4 p.m., right? So between when we close and 4 p.m., all things being equal, without any major hitches, the video is uploaded. So if you miss hearing sufficient sound, you can still replay the video on YouTube, right? Our YouTube channel is there, the same handle as I use on Instagram and on TikTok. Just go ahead at Wealth Coach Omiete, you'll find out. Okay, a lot of questions about First Bank. Let's go on to First Bank to see what's happening there, right? Currently at 27.25 kobo, 5 million bids. Now, what is holding First Bank from continuing its rise is that there is a lot of supply as we speak. 17 million bids, offers versus 5 million bids. And that's just what is holding First Bank from continuing its movement. For instance, that could also be a chance for anybody to plan and take position before it crosses 30. Maybe it's warming up to eventually hit 30. In the coming days or weeks, we will find out, okay? All right. Can I sell my Julius Berger for other stocks? You are the CEO of your portfolio. It depends on how much you bought. Julius Berger under 100 will be a good entry. Whether it drops to 100 and under is another story for another day. But let's see how much Julius Berger is right now. It has not really impressed because of how they make a whole lot of revenue only to struggle with income or net income. That's where Julius Berger's problem has always been. Let's see what's happening with Julius Berger. Currently, Julius Berger is at 1 naira 8 kobo. Julius Berger is at 1 naira 8 kobo. I do not know if it will ever go below that, right? For your information, yesterday, the July edition of the FGN Savings Bond was released and it's going to close on Friday, the 11th of July. So those who are targeting FGN bonds, go ahead and take position. I bought it since last month at 1 naira 59. C for golden. Interesting stuff. Now it's actually time to smile. Sandra, he's talking about ICO Insurance, and he bought at 1 naira 69 kobo. It's now at 1 naira 75 kobo, and the momentum for that stock is only just gathering and building up. Just like I pointed out yesterday, it was at 1 naira 60 kobo, and I saw that attention is shifting there, for it has been at oversold level and it's time to reverse, and we are watching before our very eyes. The reversal is going on right now. Okay, thank you very much, General Shegs. Thank you very much, See Me Lagos. Appreciate you for all your support via these gifts. You are also actually, by those screen actions, getting more people involved as the algorithm will continue to notify as many people as possible. All right? Okay, we can't hear you loud and clear, Coach. I don't understand if that is supposed to be that we can hear. Multiverse full bid. Is something coming up, Coach? Well, it has stayed there for a while, and maybe those who were selling down are done with their sales, and now the stock can rise in peace, right? Coach, please, is that ICO for long term? Well, it is for short to medium term. Maybe they can come out with a fantastic first half result, which will now make it a long term. So for now, it's short stroke medium term. Any update on Okomu? Omon is asking. Well. Okomu, I saw it at 800 and something. Let's see. Not much update, just stock price movement. Okomu oil, 800 naira, up from the 790 it was. And I saw it actually being bidded for higher than that. But that's the way it works. If you are not following me, you are losing money. You get the point? Good day, Coach. I applied to open a stock brokerage account with Atlas on the 1st of July, but they have not sent me login details. Lucky Izu, Lucky, could you confirm if you have checked your inbox, if you have checked your spam mailbox as well? Check those two and get back to us. Atlas may be in the house. We will get them to respond to you. All right? I'm losing. Can I sell my Julius Berger for other stocks? Well, over to you. At this point, you may want to sell, or you hang on there if you have lost too much. Volume is amazing on IG. Interesting stuff. It's good to hear. Can I buy Consolidated Hallmark Holdings? Oluwaseyi, actually, that's a stock I've always recommended under 3 naira. Currently, it's slightly above 3 naira. Consolidated Hallmark Insurance, let's see how much it is. 304. We're seeing 11.7 million bids versus 4.2 million offers. If you have to buy Consolidated Hallmark Insurance, go ahead and buy at least at 3 naira, at most 3 naira or below. You will surely get it, and that's a good value entry point. Coach, please, I bought Boa Cement at 97. Please talk about it so we can have hope. Well, Boa Cement is a long-term stock. You bought at 97, relax. If you see it at 90, you may want to average down. And when you average down, it means that your 97 is no longer 97. It can now come down to maybe 95. So that's how we play the stock market. When you buy a good stock and it dips after you have bought, because it's a valuable stock, you should buy more to lower your entry price so that the next major move it makes, you are perpetually and permanently in profit. Never mind, it's a surge from actually 83 to 97, above 105 before coming back down. Like I said before, this is a natural occurrence. When a stock tries to hit a new milestone, it faces resistance, it gets pushed back. And that's where NACO, Northern Nigerian Flour Mills, and this BUA are right now. They try to hit above 100, they went above, but not sufficient energy to stay there, and they came back down because all those who bought those stocks very cheap were excited to see it at 100, and they feel, I've waited enough to get to this milestone, I better sell and take profit. So when all of those activities happen spontaneously, the stock price comes down because there'll be more people trying to sell, and at all costs, they sell down. But you know what? That's one sign that that stock will eventually do a second attempt to rise back above 100. So it happens to so many stocks. It happened to QTix when QTix tried to shoot above 2 naira and then above 3 naira and so on and so forth. Hello, coach. Is Transcorp a good stock to buy, please? Super Plus. Transcorp has been stagnant for years. And even after share reconstruction, Transcorp continues to struggle to proceed beyond 50 naira. At some point, it got above 60, then eventually reversed back to 38. In fact, it dropped, I think, to 38, then got back to 40, and now is finding its way back up. So if you can deal with that fluctuation and the uncertainty of what dividend to be paid out, because the dividend is not also supportive of the current market price, and that's why the market is hesitant in putting more money there. Right? Is Feedsin still a good buy? Well, for me, I would not buy Feedsin at 47, having seen Feedsin at 28. Becomes more difficult for me. Can I still buy AICO now, and what price? Let's take another look at AICO. AICO currently 1 naira 75 kobo, 200,000 shares traded. Traded most recently, the very last transaction done. Guess what? 12 million offers against 49 million bids. So the bids continues to mount while the offers are reducing. When we started today's live session, it was 16 million offers versus 46 million bids. But guess what? They bought from 16 million, it is now down to 12 million offers. And then the bids continues to rise. Currently 49 million bids. Those are volumes that speaks volumes if you get the rhyme. And so the best price you can buy it right now is 1 naira 75 kobo. And there are only about 486,000 shares at that price on offer. After that, it goes to 176. And so it keeps going, and then the next price is 178. So over to you to make your decision. AICO has broken out. Indeed, trims by Chooks. That's a classic breakout that we are watching. That was an AICO that always struggles when it touches 170. Gets pushed back over and over again, but it looks like there's sufficient momentum to break out above the 170 range and stay up there. OJ says, please coach, I finally got Aradel for 529.9 this morning, and immediately it dropped. I was sad. Oh yes, a lot of times it's difficult to time the market, and remember what we always say about the stock market. The market will always be a fluctuating pendulum. Keeps going up and down, up and down. But if you are looking at the distance, then you have to learn to ignore the immediate concerns, right? So, for instance, it's now 529 naira 60 kobo. And the fact that there are more offers than bids, you will continue to have that fluctuation. But can I assure you, it will still close at 530 naira, which is more than what you ended up buying, even if it's very close to that. It's the commissions you must have paid, that will make it a bit higher than that. In any case, you are in a marathon and not a sprint. What you should be doing now is pray for Aradel to even come less than what you bought, so you can find a way to start averaging down from time to time. Remember, you are in a marathon, not a sprint. Very soon, you will forget. Remember when I told you about me buying a NACO 9 naira, and then it dropped to 8 naira something, almost getting to 7 naira before it got to where it is today. Remember when the Zenith Bank MD bought much Zenith, about 68 million shares of Zenith. She bought at 48 naira per share, I think, or was it 47 or 45? But guess what? After she bought, the stock price crashed to around 43. And then she could have cried, but today it's back up almost immediately. I remember when this MD also of Fidelity Bank, she bought millions of shares of Fidelity Bank at 24 naira per share. Was it 20 naira per share? And then that court judgment came regarding Fidelity Bank, and then it dropped. That stock price collapsed to about 17 naira 30 kobo when most of us bought. But guess what? The stock price is back to 20. She saw value, she bought. Even though the market dipped, she didn't faint. She didn't cry. She knew that she's buying quality. And today it's back up. So whatever loss you may feel, every loss is on paper until you sell. Ladies and gentlemen, we just hit a milestone on Instagram, 101 live participants on the spot. This is really, really interesting. Thank you very much, all who are watching, to improve their financial status. Really, really appreciate it. Is Japol Gold PLC a good buy? Claribel Ojini. Japol is something I have spoken about severally, and it's not looking like anything has changed until we see their financials. As we speak right now, I'm trying to check what's happening with Japol. Japol is currently gaining. Oh, wow. A lot is happening in Japol. A whole lot is going on in Japol. We need to pay attention here. 40 million shares. I'm looking at this. 40 million shares of Japol just got traded at 2 naira 78 kobo. This is 40 million shares. So we are looking at somebody who just threw in almost about 100 million right now into Japol. Live on the trading platform, I can see it's the last transaction done. 40 million Japol traded at 2 naira 78 kobo, and yesterday it closed at 253. So suddenly Japol is on full bid again. 106 million bids for Japol, 0 offers. And so far, 83 million Japol has been traded at 232 million naira. So a whole lot of investment is going on with all of these stocks. You know, when institutional investors are investing in the market, you want to pay attention. They actually have a longer horizon that they want to wait, because a lot of people who invest in the market, especially foreign portfolio investments, they borrow money at a very low interest rate, and they have a lot of time to wait for repayment. All of those things can lead to a lot of money going into a particular stock at prices that you may not want to try. But should everything about Japol work out, it will really be great. Let's wait and see what the half-year result is. At the moment, it's looking like Japol is a very good stock to own, because it's currently 278, and with this kind of volume, we've always seen this over and over though, but it shows that some serious money is chasing Japol. But you don't want to also invest in the dark, and you can't have every stock in the market. So sometimes, for me, regarding Japan, I'm still on the sidelines watching. Sometimes I stand on the sideline and miss out opportunities. It doesn't mean everybody else should stand on the sidelines. You make up your mind on what to do. Coach, should I sell NEM to buy tip? God bless you. Ojo, Ojoche, Ojochei Moses. Ojochei Moses. If you have made money on NEM, then not a problem. As long as you will not bother yourself or regret seeing NEM continue to rise, and then you go ahead to buy TIP, why not? TIP is a much more liquid stock. They can easily sell down TIP, but they can't easily sell off NEM. It just comes in trickles, and that helps to build that illiquidity in NEM helps to, or free float if you like, in NEM helps to make it scarce when there is a price rally. Okay? Now we go on to the knowledge session, and I just mentioned something I would like to clarify. For those of you listening to me, you may not know what free float means. I will explain so you can use free float to also determine what stocks to buy and what not to, and what stocks to be careful even if you want to buy. For instance, you know, outstanding shares is total number of shares in circulation, both in the hands of the directors, the owners, the founders, all of the shares in the hands of the shareholders is called shares outstanding. It is shares outstanding you use to calculate the market capitalization of companies. And the market capitalization is simply the current price times the total number of shares outstanding, right? So if a company like Presco has about 900 and something million shares, that's shares outstanding. You multiply it by the current price of 1,200 and something, whatever you get is the market capitalization of Presco. So you get the point now. If a stock has 1 billion shares, the current price times 1 billion is the market capitalization. So every time the stock price increases, the market capitalization increases. And every time the stock price drops, the market capitalization drops. That's for market capitalization. Now, I mentioned market capitalization so that you can understand from where I want to use the shares outstanding. So in shares outstanding, let's say there are 1 billion shares outstanding in the hands of everybody, both the directors, the owners of the company, and retail investors like you and me, okay? The free float is out of that 1 billion shares in circulation, the percentage of shares in the hands of the retail investors who may be short or long-term investors, but the general public. So assume, for instance, that Dangote Rice gets listed in the stock exchange and there are 1 billion shares of Dangote Rice. Aliko Dangote has 50% of that company to himself. Both direct and indirect holdings, 50%. Then the other directors, the insiders, if you put all they have together, it's about 15%. You add it to the 50%, that's 65%. Then the balance 35% is in the hands of the public. Every other person who is not an insider, because the insiders will hardly sell off their stocks. They are looking at growing the company to create more value, so they will hold tight. They are not the regular daily buy and sell people that owns that stock. So that 35% of the 1 billion shares, which will amount to 350 million shares, is the free float. I'm trying to break it down away from academics and to just bring it as simple as possible to the layman's understanding, right? So the point now is 35% of these companies' stocks is the free float. So it gives you an idea that, okay, there are 65% locked down, that is not all over the place. So when a particular stock that has lower free float, some stocks have free float of 15%. That 15% is scarce. During a rally, the stock is not always in oversupply, thereby bringing down the price or frustrating the price. So once you are able to understand this, you can now look out for some stocks that when they rally, you know that they're going to rally long enough. Whereas some others can't do that because every time there's a little move, there is an oversupply. For instance, one of such most notorious stocks in the stock market is FCMB. Every time FCMB manages to touch 10 naira, you will see an oversupply pressing it down back to 9 naira. Why? Because there are so many people holding that stock at around 9 and 10. And the moment they try to see it close to that 10, they want to sell and move out. And because the free float is too much, that stock is always being oversupplied. I hope this is clear right now. Coach, bring me up. I have testimonies. Well, it will soon be time. In 9 minutes' time, we will start receiving your calls. Okay? Coach, bring, okay? Thank you very much. I see you there, Gegeleso D. Thank you for the follow. I hope, Coach, is Academy Press still a good buy? I've answered this question earlier. May's Corner. I answered this question earlier. I said, this is another stock that may have a little free float. And so if you can see and buy at 7 something, it's still not bad because their earnings per share is more than 1 naira. And that's a lot. Okay? So if, like I said the other day, I still repeat, TIP is selling at 9 naira. They are earning about the same thing with Academy Press. And Academy has been languishing at 510 until we mentioned it here, and then it started rising to 7 something. So there's still some upside to it. Yes? All right. Good morning. Please, Multiverse, buy right now. Maybe because of the most recent rally we are seeing, it's a buy, but right now, Multiverse is actually on full bid. Good afternoon, Coach. Can CWG be seen as a growth stock and dividend growth stock? Actually, growth stocks are stocks that have arrived and have repeatedly created value for shareholders to the extent that they don't have problems with owning those stocks, no matter how expensive. So CWG is actually a value stock that is now trying to establish itself. Let's not forget, this is a CWG of 5 naira that we waited and waited and waited. But the moment it shot above 10, 11, and it hasn't looked back anymore. So more value is being created. It is still on its progress from being a value stock to a growth stock. Value stocks are stocks with great long-term potentials for huge capital gains based on the value accretion that they seem to have and continue to create. And the more value they create, the higher the price goes. Of course, that's what it is with CWG right now. So we can't immediately classify them as growth stocks yet, but they are on their way to becoming a growth stock. Growth stocks, for example, are stocks like, I would say NACO is a growth stock, Cadbury is a growth stock, GT Bank, Zenith Bank, UBA are all growth stocks. Nestle is a growth stock, MTN is a growth stock, Dangote Cement. Those are stocks that have established themselves with consistently creating value for shareholders, and shareholders don't mind paying whatever it is to get those stocks. I don't know what what's happening with TikTok. They say your fan club has completed the first stage of the club quest. Club chairs has been unlocked for all fans to send and celebrate. I don't know what that means, but if you understand what that means, congratulations. They say we should celebrate, right? All right, let's celebrate. Good day, coach. How will one know stocks? Oh my God. How will one know stocks that can easily be liquidated? King Kids Hub. Look for the daily volume. And this is where data analytics comes in. But you don't have to be a data expert to be able to know. Every day, your broker is supposed to be sending emails to you showing market price list. Those price lists eventually will tell you the volume and the value of transactions for every stock on a daily basis. You can, if you can't find a website, currently I don't know what website, if there's a website that does that, but if you can't find a website that puts all together, then I think you can actually create an Excel sheet on a daily basis, transfer those transaction details into your Excel sheet. That way you can track volumes. So by the daily transaction volumes, you know some stocks have very low liquidity on a daily basis, and that way you avoid. The reason why you need to avoid illiquid stocks is because when you want to sell, you may have problems, because at that point nobody is interested in buying. You hardly find buyers. But there are some stocks that every time you put it in the market, you must sell. While there are some stocks you want to sell even at the lowest price for the day, less 10% for the day, you still struggle to find buyers. So you want to avoid all of those. That's why there are some stocks I hardly mention. And even if you ask me a question about it, you will now know that I'm not even following it, because I do not want to mention a stock that you see serious profit only to eventually end up not being able to sell, and then you watch your money stock until eventually the price begins to dip. Coach, what's happening with AfriPrud? I'm here to get my bonus. Well, you may want to contact the registrars, and the registrars is United Capital. Coach, is deep capital management a good buy? I won't classify deep as a sound stock to buy for the long term. Thanks for sending me Atlas application via Instagram. I have filled the form. What's next? JAs. JAs, look out for your login details after 3 days in your spam mailbox and inbox, wherever you find it. All right? Then you change your password when you receive it, and then you are ready to log in. When you do that, then since you use Morgan Capital, it's the same platform, so you're already used to it, that's fine. You just go ahead, fund your account, and you are ready to go. Coach, but with BUA's CEO, chairman, having the big share of BUA Cement, why is the stock price not rising? Jotex, that's a stock that has remained at oversold zone for long enough. It dipped badly last year from 158 naira, or even 158, down to 83. It was obvious that most manufacturers, from breweries to cement, where are other manufacturers, to even the fast-moving consumer goods sector, talking about UAC, Nestle, Cadbury, Unilever, all of those manufacturers suffered foreign exchange losses. That caused a crash in their stock prices. They also couldn't pay dividend at all. Like MTN, for the first time, didn't pay dividend in 2024. This is a company that pays dividend twice a year. They couldn't do nothing. And so what happened? They now went, the stock price now crashed, and we've just been watching and waiting, and a little recovery is happening. So most of the shareholders sold what they have and continued to sell, and the stock price kept going down. But you know what? It is in the midst of situations like that that money is waiting for some people. It's called wealth transfer. When you find a stock, and that's why you don't chase, I teach you not to chase stocks when you find a situation like that and you do your homework, put in money that you can wait for, patient funds, you will come out on top because BUA will not remain at 90 naira, for instance. It has stayed long enough. So that is one big advantage. You see, BUA Cement, BUA Foods, Alhaji Rabiu Abdul Samad owns about, is it 85% or 90% or something like that? So the owner is not selling. So I am thinking like the owner because I can't sell my business because it's not doing well now when I know what prospects there are. All they need to do is commission one of their two cement manufacturing plants. That's for Boa Cement. And then boom, just commission one, announce the commissioning of one, and then the stock will go over the roof. All right? So that's it. Is it okay to buy May and Baker now? You are actually coming in late into that party. I recollect May and Baker stagnated for so long at around 7 naira per share, but right now it's at, is it 17 naira or so? Coach, what is happening with AfriFruit? Okay, I've responded to this. Coach, please, where do you check the volume and the bids of the stocks? I use my broker, Nelson Addo. I use my broker's web portal for trading. So that affords me the chance to do that. Coach, 3.5 million on investment of 2 million interest returns for 16 months. So investing in stocks, advise me, please. Your question is so jammed. I can't really understand. Coach, 3.5 million on investment of 2 million. I don't understand. Can you just break it down in layman language? Now, let's go ahead to receive calls because, like I said, 1 hour into the live session, we start accepting calls. So, with our first caller for the day, let's see, Don Yazi. While we're trying to connect, I have a comment there from Chomilicious. Says, Coach, when is NIDF paying dividend? Expect dividend maybe in the second week. At the end of the second week, they will announce, and then maybe in the third week of this month, they will pay. We're still trying to connect with Doniyazi while I continue to check. Coach, let me know when you're selling your ICO. That will be difficult to tell. Dr. Abisoye Ajayi, did you buy or you want to buy from me? Vitafoam is still a good buy. Mr. D. Abba. I don't know, but let's see how much Vitafoam is at the moment. Okay, Vitafoam. Vitafoam currently 72 naira per share. Okay, the bids for Vitafoam have built up, and now we have 998,000 Vitafoam bidded for versus 658. It sold as low as 69 today. And if you are looking at long-term purchase, why not? Doniyazi, you are the first caller. Tried connecting, it was failing. Let's see if it goes through this time. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Please, could you go
Good
away from the
afternoon, sir.
noise? Can you go away from the noise?
Sir, can you hear me?
We really
Can you
can't,
hear me? Can you
we
hear me?
can't deal with the noise.
Could you just go away from a noisy place? Then we can talk. Please just do us a favor. The hall back is not very nice. Go away from the noise and call back so we can proceed. Aremu is the next on the call. Hello.
Hello? Hello? All right. Next on the queue is Roll. Hello.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Roland and I'm streaming from ABG.
Roland from Abuja. Thank you for joining. Go ahead with your questions or comments.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much and well done for all the good work that you're doing. I was actually asking a question earlier in the comment section, but it seems you didn't get it. So I wanted to know, you were talking about floating shares. Is it floating shares or floating something?
Free
That's
float.
the shares. Free float. Okay, free float. So I wanted to know if there is a way we can do a research to know about some different companies, maybe the one we want to invest in or the one we're already investing in, to know what free floats they have and the shares they have in the hands of the MDs and other directors.
Okay.
Maybe that can also
I do
help us
not,
to make
I do
decisions.
not know about any website or web resource material that gives that information. I have no idea. But what I know is that investing.com gives you shares outstanding. But the best place to get all of those information is in the annual reports of these companies.
And our reports.
When you go to the annual reports towards where you have directors' holdings, you will see a table. It's more like a table or something, a graphical representation of the total number of shares held by the insiders, the owners, and the major directors in the company. Then you see the balance held by the minority shareholders, or they call them retail investors.
Investors, yes.
So it
Okay,
is
so
with
the
each company's annual report you get that.
okay, so what the retail investors are holding is called the free float.
Yes,
What
that's what
the
the investors holdings put together, free float. Then the insider holdings, and
is called
they hold both in their name and indirect holdings. So indirect is when they use a company name to buy, I'm talking about the insiders, and when they buy in their name. So you will see all of those things. Direct, and for instance, they can list Aliko Dangote, direct holdings, 1 billion shares, indirect holdings, 4.5 billion shares. All of that is tied to him. So that's the way it works.
okay, and what do they call that, please?
Which place?
Is there a name for it?
Where the
Sorry, I didn't
record,
get that, please.
you mean where the record is? In
No, as if like is there a name for it? Just like you have free floats for the inside for the retailers. The insider share, is there a name they call it?
No, there's no, they don't, there's nothing, they don't call it. That's also why when insiders want to transact, the regulations require them to report whatever transaction they do so that it will now be made public. So when an insider is
Okay,
selling, they will file a report to the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's all a
okay.
transparency method of running the system.
Okay, okay, I get that, sir. And then my second question is, for someone who wants to be investing on a long term and who wishes to also leave his shares as legacy to his children, to leave some shares behind as a kind of property or legacy. Do you advise that we continue investing in our personal name, or do you advise we invest in our company name? Like I own a company and I was considering, should I invest in shares in my company name, or do I just continue to invest in my personal name and then will it to my children apart from the one that I invest in their name?
I think that's one of the things I teach as far as my coaching program on generational wealth creation is concerned. When you think towards that line, then you start thinking of protecting the family. First, you are sure that the directors of those companies or the company you are using are family members. Most importantly, maybe even your own nuclear family. If the directors are your nuclear family, then that's a safer way to invest, leaving a legacy behind. So that even when you are done at 95 or age 120, you now leave the earth. He laughs. You now leave the earth, then the family doesn't have to go and struggle over anything. All the dividends keeps coming into the bank account, which of course they are signatories to, and then the stocks can be sold and they collect the proceeds still in the bank account and so on and so forth. So that's a better approach.
Wow. Okay. 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 I think I
That's
will
all.
approach that. Thank you very much, Coach. I appreciate.
All right.
Thank
Don Yazi, it's your turn. Really want to hear what's the best
Good
way to
afternoon,
invest
coach.
in this quote today. Just a moment, Don Yazi. Let me respond to this quote. Not trying to combine both. Well, first Hope is at 27.25 right now. Maybe 27.10. 27.10 or 27.05 is a good entry for today. Hello.
And good afternoon, coach.
Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Israel. I'm streaming from Italy.
Israel from Italy. It's good to have you here.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate what you are doing. I'm really enjoying it. Okay. So last year I have some share I bought last year at the bank where they were doing their public offering. So I
Okay.
bought some share from there, like 120,000 shares. So, and this year, something like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, they gave dividends. But the dividends they gave wasn't matching the amount of shares I have. I get him. And the dividend they gave was 2 naira 10 kobo per share. And I'm having 120,000 shares. So they gave me 112,000. And when I calculated it on my own, I was having 252,000 naira. So I don't know why they gave me 112,000 instead of 250 something thousand. So I was looking where the default came from. Is it from my broker or from the bank or so? I just want to know.
Okay. Let me ask. When did you buy GT Bank share?
No, it's Fidelity. Fidelity last year when they were giving their general offer. It's
Talking
Fidelity.
about Fidelity Bank.
Yes, Fidelity Bank.
Okay, I heard GT Bank. All right. You bought Fidelity Bank over 100 and something during the public offer.
Yes, last year, 2024.
Okay. And you are expecting 200 and something thousand as final dividend.
Yes, first quarter of this year.
What did you use to calculate your final dividend amount per share? Did you say
When I go,
2 naira something?
when I went, yeah, two naira 10 kobo.
Fidelity Bank didn't pay 2 naira 10 kobo.
I don't. That's what I saw in their site. Fidelity.
Fidelity Bank actually paid 1 naira 25 kobo final dividend.
1 naira 25 kobo.
Yes,
But
sir.
I saw some. Okay, maybe that site is the wrong site then.
1 naira 25 kobo is the final dividend. I think you are looking at total dividend, which is 1 naira 25 kobo final dividend plus 85 kobo interim dividend, which you didn't qualify for
Intended.
when you were buying. That's
Okay.
where
Okay.
that's where your mistake is coming from. So
Okay.
it's not the bank's mistake, it's not the registrar's mistake, neither is it the stockbroker's mistake. It's your error.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Thank you.
You continue to hold that stock. This time, you
Yes. Yes.
find the interim dividend to be paid in October, and the final, which will also be paid around April, May again. And that's the sweet thing about investing. You just keep collecting dividend for as long as you keep holding the stock for the rest of your life. Thank you very much. We proceed to the next caller.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Vivian, your money says I got my full dividend. Oh, yes, that's the spirit. When ladies emancipate themselves financially, you get the best version of them. That's a dividend, no quarrel, no fighting, no struggling, and just so wonderful. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name.
Good afternoon, sir.
Where you're from.
So my name is Anthony Godwin. I have been following you for a long time, and most times you bring me online to speak here. You brought me up 2 months ago,
Where are you
and I
calling
gave
from?
some prediction. If you could remember, I'm calling from Anambra State, Ekulabia.
Okay, Anthony Godwin from
You brought me
Right.
Ekulabia, Anambra State. So you brought me up. I've been following you for almost 3 years now or so. So you brought me up 2 months ago, and I gave some predictions. If you could remember, this my name, Don Yazi. About 2 months ago, you
Even
brought
if
me
I
up,
can't
and
remember
I
your
gave
name,
some
I
recommendation. So I came to give testimonies on all of those stocks I gave recommendation on. I gave recommendation on ABC Transport. If you could remember, you told me
yes.
you've not really gone through the stock, that you go through the stock. I bought that stock about that 2 months ago at 1 naira, 14 naira. I'm here to testify that that stock is at 3 naira 25 kobo, which
More than
is about
100%.
185%.
Awesome.
Yes. The second one, name it pharmaceutical. I also mentioned it here 2 months ago. I bought it 2 naira, 82 kobo. As of today, I'm talking to you, it's at 9 naira, 29 kobo, making
Wonderful.
230.22%.
Wonderful.
Then the next one, I mentioned about 7 stocks here, and all of them are really pumped up. I mentioned FTN Cocoa, which you supported that day. I mentioned FTN Cocoa, agriculture. You supported it that day. 2 months ago, I bought it at 1 naira 84 kobo 2 months ago. Today, as I'm talking to you, FTN Cocoa is at 5 naira 13 kobo, which is
Awesome.
179.31%.
That's more than 100%.
Then I also mentioned NSL Tech. This is the lowest one that's not really gone up. I bought it 2 months ago at 0.59 kobo. Today, it's at 0.75 kobo.
Interesting.
Then another one I mentioned there was Champions Brewery. I bought it at 4 naira and 5 kobo. Today, Champions Brewery is 14 naira 30 kobo. That's 255.45%.
2 months ago.
So, sir, my portfolio, my portfolio has blown up.
It has blown up. I can even hear it from your voice.
Sir, my portfolio has blown up. As in the money that I didn't expect that I could see this money this year. I didn't expect that was, and when I gave, you were okay. You also that day, I could remember that you also said we should buy charms. I bought charms. and my chances are 22%.
22%. Wow.
So yes, 2 months ago when I yes, two months ago when I came. So I want to also thank you and also give this testimony about what has happened in my life, in my portfolio.
Wow. This
So
is
you're doing
simply
a great job.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
You are too much. What? You are now the second penny. Okay, you are the penny king, penny stock king, and Alhaja Nafisat is the penny stock queen that we have in the house. Congratulations. This is really, really amazing and interesting to
Yes,
hear.
sir.
We didn't need to even know how your portfolio was doing because from your voice, we could tell the way your voice was blowing. We could tell that your portfolio was also growing. Congratulations. And enjoy your reward for the hard work you have done. You know, you took some risks, and this is more like a risk reward scenario, and now you are being rewarded fantastically. Congrats. You have the patience of
Thank you, sir.
the penny stock gurus, and hopefully you make a lot out of the opportunity that has come your way. Congratulations once again. We are really glad to hear about your progress.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Did you hear that? Portfolios are blowing and you are watching. How long shall you keep watching and running away from the capital market that is making many wealthy? Remember, he is surprised. That's to tell you that he understands also that the stock market is not a get rich quick scheme. I always say this, the stock market is not a get rich quick scheme, but a lot of times it gets us rich faster than we think. So please make sure that you are also surprised and do not come with too much expectation so you don't get disappointed. Stay calm, look for your own strategy, follow it as we go, and then you make progress. Abby Pearl says, thank you for recommending Cadbury. I am 50% up in less than 1 month. Even myself, that Cadbury surprised me, right? It will interest you to note that I did not load up as much Cadbury as I initially would have wanted, but see what has happened, right? 8 days ago, it was still 40 naira, and that was when I actually made a post on Instagram. By the way, we've been talking about Cadbury since it was 20 and 24, and see where it is now, 58 naira per share. So a lot of money is being made in the market. Are you ready? If you are ready, let's go. Coach, I've been waiting for my bid to fill on Fidelity, sir, at 19 naira 95 kobo. Can I just buy at 20 for long term? Please, Ray TV, go ahead. I saw it selling at 20. At some point, it sold at 20 naira 20 kobo, then came back to 20. So go ahead and buy because the second quarter result will come out and trust me, it's going to be good. It is from there they will now later in September announce the interim dividend. Kiddies Wear in Lagos says Cadbury is giving me joy. Not only you, Kiddies Wear, me also, and so many others, just like the fellow who just typed he had made 50%, talking about Abby Pearl. Abby Pearl is also enjoying the joy that Cadbury is giving you. So this is our own Cadbury buttermint or chocolate, whatever Cadbury produces that makes children excited and really want to enjoy it. We are enjoying it in the form of stock price appreciation. We go on to the next caller, and that should be Official Fred O. Official Fred O. Let's hear from you. After you, it will be Lily One's.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your
And
name from.
my name is Fred. I'm reaching you from the UK.
Fred from UK. We are glad to have you. Please go ahead.
First off, let me thank you so much for carrying us this far. You've been so excellent in your predictions, and I am one of those who have benefited very well. Yeah, I am calling you today because of one of my brothers.
Okay.
He's had some stocks over 20 years now. So when I joined your program, I was able to help him pull out those stocks and then even helped him apply for the e-dividend.
Wow.
Yes. So, but the thing is, it's almost like 7 days. They've debited him, but the money has not been paid. I don't know if that's if that's how much we have to wait before he's being paid.
Actually, it takes some time. But never mind. You started the process. Just stay patient. Does he have an active stock broker yet?
No, he doesn't. I was thinking that once he has been paid, I will now give him a form to fill so that we can move those stocks into Atlas.
Okay, while you are still waiting, you can start the process. You know, to open a stock brokerage account, you don't pay money for it.
I know.
So let him begin opening his stock brokerage account while waiting to pay. Because he needs to assemble those stocks from CSCS into an account you can monitor directly.
All right.
So,
That's what I.
and you see why I adopted this process of do it yourself? Because you become a wise person when you understand this thing. You help people. And that's what you have just done. The little skill or knowledge that has been shared, you have been smart enough to not use it only for yourself, and also help somebody with it. That's what we are doing. Thank you so very much.
Let me just tell you something, Coach. You know,
Okay.
I was one of those that was hit hard by CBEX.
Oh,
Yeah. So, when I now joined your show, in fact, it was like helping me to calm from what has happened. So I'm very grateful that I'm here, and you're just a blessing to some of us.
oh my
Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that. And I hope that somehow, some way, if there be anyone else who was badly hit by the CBEX incident, they must have also drawn some courage from you. You are really, you are really a strong man.
Thank you.
Okay? Hopefully, it never happens again because we will rather invest in regulated sectors like the stock markets anywhere in the world and apply the knowledge we have our money.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred, and well done. Stay strong. It can only get better.
Yeah.
Okay, Lily Wands is the next on the line. Coach, what penny stock is good to buy now? Aremu, Aiko. Good God. Aiko is 180. I told you we are making money this year. Didn't I tell you in January when we started? Well, there you go. 1 naira 80 kobo Aiko. The bids continues to rise. The offers are being cleared out. Currently, 4.3 million offers, 70 million bids. It's getting really interesting, right? All right. Imagine you bought Aiko. Can we do some maths? Just hold on, Lily Ones. Give me a little bit of time. If we do this maths, you will find that Aiko, if you bought at 1 naira 80 kobo per 1 naira 60 kobo, it's currently 1 naira 80 kobo. Yes, that's 20 kobo made. That 20 kobo made, okay, is about, you're on 12% profit within 24 hours already. 12% profit. Interesting, isn't it? Let's see how far Aiko goes. Remember, it's been struggling at 170. That was a mental block. It couldn't go beyond that. But now we are seeing it shoot above 1 naira 70 kobo, now 1 naira 80 kobo. Our eyes are on that stock already. All right, let's go. Hello. Could you unmute your mic? Lily Wants Interiors, you are next on the line.
Hi, Coach. Good morning.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Lillian. I'm calling from Lagos.
Lillian from Lagos, good to have you. Please go ahead.
Okay, Coach, I just want to give a little testimony. So,
Okay.
most people around me know that I listen to you because most of them I send your live to them, but I think they are too lazy to join us. So recently, a friend was telling me that the mom got some cup for years. So I told her, okay, give me your mom's name. I had to like search, and we saw that the mom actually got shares years ago from Transcorp, and we filled the e-dividends form and every other thing. And I think it was last week she called me that the mom has been receiving dividends. Like she was shouting, she was
Wow.
shouting. So these things are real and all that. So so the mom was
Awesome.
like praying for me, you, everybody that like she was like, had it been she know that she would have bought more then, or that she never knew that it was real and all that.
Wow. Awesome. Can you see? That's the
Yeah.
idea.
So the reason yes. She's so happy. She has been praying for you. She said that God will bless you, that God will
Amen.
reward you and all that. I said amen, no, amen. I wish she's here. I would have given her this thing to pray for you very well.
Awesome. Wonderful. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, coach, my children portfolio, they are doing really, really well. We for them I think April or so. Yeah,
Mhm.
their portfolio is doing very, very well. But this last month I was supposed to get tip for them. But tip Omo, I don't know what is tip is running. No, that I'm enjoying it because me personally I got some tip, but I really needed to calm down a little bit so I can get it for these children for these children, but I don't know. So right now I'm considering if I should get first bank for them at the recent, because I asked on the comment section and you told me that I can get first bank for 2710 or so. I don't know if I should wait for tip to come down or get them that first bank, or if there is any other recommendation, or I should add up on the shares I got for them earlier. I think they have Boa Cement, but it's not much. They have cuties and they have charms, though we are waiting for the right issue for charms to add more. So I don't know what would be your advice here now.
First of all, before I advise, everybody hear me. The love of a mother can never be disputed. She has teeth, it's doing well, but she's still having feelings for the children, and she doesn't mind that tip comes down so that the children can also have before it goes to wherever it's going. Such love of a mother. Your children are blessed, and we are actually in such a fantastic community. I've told us several times here we are building generational wealth. The children are already getting involved. If you are listening to me and you have never thought about this, what we are trying to avoid is the mistakes of our parents who never got access to this sort of information. And now that we are here, we do not want to also make the mistakes of those parents who had the information but didn't pass on to their children. That's what Lily One's Interiors, Lillian from Lagos, is doing right now. Please, if you have not done that, even if it is 10,000, 20,000, you start investing for your children. All you need to do is request for a minor account from your stockbroker. They will furnish you with a form to complete for them so that because they are not of age, the financial transactions will be happening through your bank. So you are now the administrator of that account until they come of age. The idea is you are not now thinking of yourself alone. you are thinking of them. Even if you don't have anything to fund, for instance, their education, and they get to 18, imagine what we are achieving in months and few years. What will happen when those children turn 18 and above? They will become multi-millionaires even before they lay their hands on any paid employment. That's how to build generational wealth. Now, onto your question. So, I want to really commend you for following instruction, just sticking to it and seeing the sense in what we are saying and really doing it. Right? Now, we proceed
Thank
on
you.
your question. I think you should get the FBNH while using your, is it bombastic side eye, they call it, or something like that, and be watching charms. Should it drop to close to 9, you buy because it won't run forever. So
You mean tip, coach?
the one that will run, that may be difficult to buy later, is First Bank. For tip, just keep looking at it with your bombastic side eye. That's what they call it, right? And then when the time comes, you strike. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, so I should get the first bank code
Yeah,
for
with
them.
the First Bank.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, coach. God bless you. I
You
really
are
appreciate.
really doing amazing. Just keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a mother. Just now imagine yourself that you had such a mother that time and somebody was out there giving information and she picked it up and just did these things for you. Imagine how great you would have become. But there's no time for regrets. Let's move forward. Okay? So do it for your children. They will thank you forever. Yusuf, take one. You are the next on the queue. Coach, is Q-Tix a goodbye now? Q-Tix is a goodbye anytime. Aremu. Hello. Now I want to open for my 5-year-old nephew in my care. As I never born, like I practice with him. OJ, you never cease to amuse us here. Please go ahead and do. You never know what that seed you may be planting in the life of that child can turn up to be. Yusuf, are you there? Good afternoon. All right. Looks like Yusuf is unaware that he has called in. So we proceed to the next caller, Christy Logos Design. While we are waiting for her, let's see if we have comments. Ebele Odom says, Coach, Dang sugar is now 51 naira. How many of us remember when I was talking about Dangote sugar at 37, 36, even 40? Dangote sugar 51 naira. Whoa, down sugar. Hold on. At the back. 51 naira 71 5 kobo. Congratulations if you are here and you bought Dangote sugar below 40. Dozier says he bought at 36. We are making money this year. All right? Okay. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you are streaming from.
My name is Christy. I'm into designing and I'm streaming from Port Harcourt.
Christy from Port Harcourt, world class
Yeah.
designer. We are glad to have you.
Thank you. So, I was scrolling through my lives. I've seen your content on my feed once or twice, and I followed you. So today I said, okay, let me see if I can learn anything from live. So I saw your live and I've been joining. But the thing is that I really want to invest in stocks because even yesterday talking about investing in gold because they say that's a very sure investment, to make, especially like because gold will always appreciate. So, but I was, diverse. So thank God I came across your life today. So I'm a total beginner when it comes to stock investment. I don't know I'm trying to I don't want to get it wrong because it has to do with money. So I don't know if there's any advice you can give to me, because I'm seeing testimonies here. So I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track. At least I'm here. I'm in the room in the first place. So that's the progress. So if there's anything I should know as a total beginner who wants to go into buying stocks for myself, and maybe by the time I understand what it is, I can put in my siblings, my younger brother. I have a younger brother who I would love to, for him to have his way aligned.
Perfect, Christy. I realized after 27 years in the stock market that you don't just teach stocks and disappear in a seminar, a workshop, or what have you. It's a dynamic market. You need time to understand what goes on in the market. You need someone to keep talking to you and a community to continue to follow market trends, analysis, reviews, and previews. So I came up with this idea that all across my social media platforms, I will be talking about stocks. It's all going to be free. And then I came up with a live session from 2 years ago, but sparingly until November last year when it became a constant, daily 12 noon to 2 p.m. And this has gone a long way to help so many people, confirming that I was making the right decision in making my time and myself available to guide people. We are on Discord application. It's like a WhatsApp platform. We actually moved from WhatsApp
Yeah,
2
I know
years
Discord.
ago, and so we moved to Discord, which is a better platform to handle as many members as possible. But it's a closed group, free but closed to the extent anyone who has to join must get the link from me. So what I will advise is subscribe to my YouTube channel. There are helpful beginner guide videos. You need to understand the market, how it operates, so you can be rest assured you know what you are doing. That way, whatever risk associated with investing in the stock market is almost completely erased. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of our time, said risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. That's what many who lose money in stocks, crypto, forex, and all that have been doing. They don't know enough, so with limited knowledge comes too many errors. So what you should do, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM to send you number one, link to open your brokerage account, number two, link to join the group, and then number three, maybe the helpful beginner guide video. So you can watch, have a better understanding, and then prepare, open your account, and while you are still acquiring knowledge, you can start investing, because in the group where we are called Net Worth Investors Club. You can ask any questions as a beginner. There are so many members, including the ESCO, that are willing and happy to respond to all your questions. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate.
All right. I'm going to type because there are some people who still need exactly the same things I've told you about now. So I'm going to use Instagram handle and share. That's my Instagram handle. The same is the handle I use for YouTube. It's all free.
Okay.
Go through, learn,
Okay.
and come up with your own style. We are currently over 2,500 members in that group, both Nigerians abroad and Nigerians in Nigeria, with some foreigners. So it's a good place to find yourself. Outside the 2 hours I spend on daily live sessions here, we also continue to communicate about market developments in the group.
Okay, no problem. I'll send you a DM shortly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Christy. All the best. And you too will eventually develop and become a mentor to your brother. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Some comments, can you imagine? Some people bought Dangote Sugar at 36. and it's now 51 in this same very year. And so many people might have panicked and sold, but here we are. You see that stock? It's going to make many rich in the near future. You see that Dangote sugar? When you hear Dangote sugar, I repeat, stop thinking about sugar in cubes. Think about refinery, because that's what you invested in. You didn't invest in sugar, cube sugar, or granules of sugar. No, you invested in a refinery. Remember, it is Dangote Sugar Refinery. And this very year, they have commissioned a refinery in Ghana. Dangote Sugar Refinery in Ghana. We haven't seen the true value of that stock yet. Let's watch and see. You see? Amina says, my husband bought Dangote sugar at 33 and I bought at 34. And now, Amina, it's 51 naira 75 kobo. We still haven't seen the final valuation of Dangote sugar. Congratulations, Amina. When others were scared, you staked money, yourself and your husband. That's another power couple right there. Interesting, isn't it? Congratulations. We'll go on to the next caller. And who is on the line this time? All right, we have Maobi standing by. Come on now, let's have Maobi in the house. Hello, Maobi, are you there? Can you communicate?
Yeah, hello, good day, coach. How are you doing today? Hello to everybody in the house. I just could not avoid, I just could not avoid coming on live today.
Okay,
Believe me,
tell
I've
us where
missed
you're coming from,
these sessions.
Maobi.
I'm actually streaming right now from Guangzhou in China.
Yeah.
I came here on business. And coach, I'm telling you, you need to realize how popular or how impactful, let me use that word, that this live session is. I'm very surprised, having little one-on-one conversations here. And many people are telling me, yeah, I've seen this live on this day and everything. People are aware, and I hope that more and more people will, embrace the kind of opportunities that we have on the NGX.
Wow. Are you serious? We are noticed outside and all over.
We are going places, and we are just starting anyway, but we are going places already, believe me.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that feedback. At this point, we will not want you to even go, just in case there is a question for you to respond to. For your information, somebody is making a comment. We have very, very funny people in the house here, right? Someone said China man is dragging, what did he say again? I think that was from, I don't know. That was from May's Corner. Says China man is dragging profit with us or something like that. China man is not China man. He's a businessman who has always been with us, and he's on a business trip to China. So that's what we enjoy. We tend to always connect and remain in touch. China man is dragging profit with us. That's it. May's Corner, you should know Maobi. He's been with us, even though he wasn't in Nigeria, but recently came back and now doing his business from Nigeria. So from time to time, he embarks on trips like this. All right, Coach O, I bought MTN some years back. I stopped getting dividend and don't know what to do. Rachel Jasmine, very simple. Just contact the registrars for MTN. As I'm talking to you now, go ahead and Google search MTNN registrars. Make sure you put MTN, you put double N at the end, because that's the ticker symbol for the stock. MTN is a South African company, so they don't take you to a registrar in South Africa. Type registrars of MTNN. Then you'll find the registrars there, get their email address, then also search e-dividend mandate form for MTNN. You will see a form in PDF format. Download, complete it, send, and then that will be fine. We are global. Indeed, we are. Thank you very much, Malby, for that feedback. In case you think you are playing here, well, we have gone global already. Okay, Victor Chukwu Emeka, you are the next. Can I average up on down sugar at the current price? I would think that you can wait for a pullback under 51. Woody, pull back under 51, then go in and average up. Coach, what stock will I buy with 900K that I will have 250% returns? No stock like that. Just in Momoa, there is no stock that you will put in 900K that you will now have 250% returns. There's no stock like that. Why do I say that? Am I being harsh? No, I'm being realistic. Nobody can predict exactly what the returns from whatever stock you are investing in will be, or how quickly you can get such returns. Please take your mind away from such approach to stock investment so that you don't hurt yourself or your emotions. You are investing for the long term in something reasonable. You are actually putting your money in a business. When you invest in Cadbury, for instance, they need to go and do business over a period, create value to shareholders, and then the stock price will rise. Let me tell you the truth. Most of the stock price movement you are seeing now is because more money is moving from the money markets into the capital markets because bond rates are progressively dropping. So the more bonds become less attractive, the more the stock market continues to grow. And because it was the reverse, when the CBN was fighting inflation, and therefore bond rates were increasing because interest rates was increasing, that was a method of fighting inflation then. Money was moving out of the capital market. So most stocks are underpriced. Now, this water is now finding its level, and a lot of these underpriced stocks are beginning to be repriced. That's why it's happening this way. Please do not calculate your anticipated income this way. It's only a matter of time. Have a long-term mentality and then invest accordingly. All right, Victor Chukwuemeka, are you there? Let's make it fast now. We have just 7 minutes before today's live is over. Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling with regards to my dad account opening issue.
Okay.
I introduced my dad to Atlas on Sunday. So, and we filled the forms since Sunday, and up till now, they've not yet sent email to my dad. I don't know what went wrong.
It takes between 48 and 72 working hours. If you filled on Sunday, it starts counting from yesterday. Today is just Tuesday. So you want to wait till Thursday before you make an inquiry. In any case, keep an eye on his spam mailbox.
All right.
And
again, sir,
it will appear in the spam mailbox. Again, go ahead.
Yeah. And again, on that same Sunday, my dad once told me that he bought a share for us when we were still small, but he bought it in his name. So I had to check, because there's a video I watched and I said that if you Google lost dividend, you can see if your name is there. There's a way you search for your name and you see if your name is there or not. So I did that and I saw my dad's name, but I don't know how he can get back both the shares and the dividend of it.
That thing you saw there, you will see a link under the registrar's column. Click on that link, fill in his bank details, including BVN account details and all that, and send. Right? Very soon, he will start receiving alerts. When his brokerage account is open with Atlas, you will now send an email through his email address to Atlas requesting for a global search to gather all his stocks in CSCS and do a transfer into his brokerage account. That's how to go. So one step at a time. Go back and click on that link under registrar's column and fill his bank details and send. For any of the companies that his name is highlighted, just do exactly that repeatedly. And then
Okay.
expect hidden alerts 1 or 2 weeks and upward. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, GT, we have 5 minutes to go. Hopefully, we take you and Ne. Coach, please, I need a stock I can buy for long term with 4 million naira. GT, okay, you are the one I'm even trying to bring up. Have you considered Fidelity Bank at 20 naira or 19 naira 90? And then you could also consider First Bank at 27. Background, and hopefully I have also answered your question. All right, we go on to Ne. Coach, please, between Mark Nichols PLC and ABC Transport, which one should I go for, please? I still haven't researched both stocks. Make up your mind on which by doing your due diligence. Very important. Hello.
Hi, Welt.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I just came
Tell us
across your.
where you're coming from.
Okay, my name is Norma, and I'm speaking from UK. I just came across your live. Someone directed me to come because my mom has got a lot of shares, but the one she can remember is the one with FBN. And so last year, when I heard about the dividend, there was a website where we went to check people that had shares. So when I went there, I saw her shares. So we started looking for how to, recover it. So we tried, she went to First Bank to go and make inquiries. And then they told her that because she lives in East, so they told her that she needs to go to Lagos. And I can't remember what she said she needs to go there and do. So it was quite challenging, and she just forgot. The thing made her, she became tired. She forgot about the
No,
whole stuff.
can you hear me?
Yes.
What's her name?
Bridget Eberechukwu Norom.
Okay, she has First Bank. True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On that site, you will see registrar name.
Okay.
Under registrar name, you will see Meristem Registrars and Probate Services. All you need to do is click on this, it's a link. You might not
Yeah.
have at that time. Click on the link as I have just done. What
Okay.
the e-dividend mandate form self-service. Put in her BVN, select her bank, put her bank account and her last name and submit.
Okay.
She goes to no Lagos, please. What if she goes to Lagos and the dividend that is outstanding is 3,250 naira? Is that what she will go from the east to Lagos for? So this is how to do it. Complete these details for her from where you are. You can do it for her. Just
Okay.
these details and send. Afterwards, we can now talk about how she can go and get the stocks into
Okay.
her brokerage account because she needs to know exactly how many shares she has. She may not know, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
depending on when she bought that First Bank shares, I shared with most of us here yesterday that so many banks were giving bonus shares over the years. And Dr. Yomi from, I think, California or so in US called in to tell us how he bought 100,000 shares of GT Bank then, but bonus shares has built up to the extent his total GT Bank shares is now 400,000 shares. So we really need to know what the position is with the number of shares she has. So, but
Okay.
step 2. For stage 1, you're going to call her and make her happy by telling her, Mom, you don't really need to go to Lagos. I'm doing it right here for you. Send me your BVA, your bank details, and I will do that. Then let me know when you start receiving alerts. Once that is done, then we go on to stage 2, which is how to gather the stocks and put it in a place where she can access it. And if she wants to sell, why not? But the most important thing, she needs to know how many stocks that are due her right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
All right, thank you very much. You see why if you are not following me, you are losing money? Well, I'm told on the comment section that ICO is on full bid. Congratulations everybody who bought ICO yesterday and today, because like I said, as always, we are making money this year. 69 million bids, 0 offers. This is how we end today's live session. I want to apologize for anyone whose comments I might have skipped or unable to respond to. Also, I want to commend everybody who has been a part of this live session, sharing their experiences, positives and negatives if you like. And of course, all my gifters in the house, everybody who shared and liked this live session, you guys are the real MVPs. You know what? We will keep making money this year. There's no better place to be than in a community where you are pushed to earn your maximum returns in terms of making money work for you. And so this is how we do it. Someone says, I don't hammer. All right? We will keep hammering here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following me, you are losing money. Can you see that right now? From all that have been shared today, now you understand that statement. It's not a hype, right? We don't need to hype nothing. We just need to see results in the lives of everybody who is a part of this fantastic community and family. We go again tomorrow. Thank you very much, Maobi. Thank you, everybody else who joined from Instagram and from on TikTok. Hopefully, your portfolio keeps growing and get set. Those who bought, what do you call now? ICO insurance. The journey to El Dorado has just begun. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM for the link to open your brokerage account, or you want to join Net Worth Investors Club. Feel free, I will send you the link as long as you make your request. And then, of course, today's live session and every other live session is going to be uploaded, has already been uploaded on my YouTube channel. That's why you need to follow me on all social media platforms and get all this information for free. Remember, most of the things we analyze and upload on a daily basis on that YouTube channel, most of them are still useful 1 month after we have discussed about them. A lot of the stocks we spoke about that are jumping now were discussed a month ago, and so on and so forth. In case you missed any part of today's live session, just go on by 4 p.m. Nigerian time. That's talking about 2 hours from now. Today's live session will be uploaded. The same way you have been sharing this live session, go ahead and share the YouTube videos also. You will be saving more lives. And together, we will keep impacting our world. Thank you very much, Maobi, and I wish you success wherever you are right now in China, and hopefully you get the best deals done before you get back home. And congratulations, everybody. Our portfolios continues staying green and looking up. Until we meet again, same time tomorrow, this is me saying thank you and have a fantastic evening.